Okay, hello everyone. Welcome. My name is Matias. And I'll be moderating today's session. Before we begin, I'd like to briefly introduce the Gallipoli community. Gallipoli is a production-focused cybersecurity community that brings together individuals who want to improve themselves in this field. It has mentor-supported teams in different domains such as CTI, AI security, security operations center, web security, bug bounty, capture the flag, and open source. The community focuses not only on technical learning, but also on active production. They create technical content on YouTube and live streaming platforms, share awareness videos on Instagram, regularly publish technical content, and actively develop open source projects. They also assign research tasks to encourage members to share what they learn within the community. In addition, they will soon launch the Gallipoli Career Matching Program. This initiative aims to connect cybersecurity professionals with companies in a more accurate and structured way. Rather than acting as a recruitment agency, Gallipoli takes on a facilitating role and helps match candidate profiles with company needs more effectively. Today's webinar topic is AI in pen testing, the future of security testing. In this session, we'll discuss how artificial intelligence is used in penetration testing, how it is transforming modern security approaches, and how AI-powered tools contribute to vulnerability discovery, automation, and attack simulations. Also talk about their advantages, risks, and real-world use cases. So without further ado, I would like to hand it over to the SQR team now. Again, welcome, and you can start by briefly introducing yourselves.
Thanks, Matias. So my name is Niall, and I'm representing SQUR. Very happy to present today. And so the presentation is using AI for offensive security. If it's okay with everyone, I'll just jump right into it. Is that okay?
Yep.
Great. So this presentation is based on research by Adam Lundqvist. So he's the founder of SQUR. He was supposed to join today, and the goal was I would do the presentation, which is more high level, and he was going to answer Q&A at the end. Unfortunately, his car is broken down, so he wasn't able to join. He's driving back from, I think, Stuttgart to Karlsruhe in Germany. So it's just me today, so bear with me. Apologies that we don't have the technical expertise of Adam here. But if anyone is interested, they can read his paper. So this presentation was based on his paper of the same name, using AI for offensive security. And there was a couple of people involved, and it was in collaboration with the Cloud Security Alliance. But if it's okay, I'll jump straight into it. So in terms then of offensive security, I'm sure everyone here has an understanding of what they define offensive security to be. But the definition we have here is offensive security involves proactively simulating an attacker's behavior by using tactics and techniques similar to those of an adversary to identify system vulnerabilities. And the key here is proactively. So yeah, we're proactively trying to emulate an attacker in order to find vulnerabilities that may exist in your systems. So when it comes to offensive security, then there's a couple of different layers or levels of offensive assessment. So it's a scanner, and that is like an automated scanner will produce vulnerabilities. We then have a pen test, which is an extension of a scanner. Pen tests will still use scanners, like automated tools, open source tools, but a human is involved. And yeah, they'll go through methodology, find a series of vulnerabilities, and then create a report for the customer. A red team then is an extension of a pen test, except that it's not just testing the technical controls, but also the operational controls. And so the stages of a simulated attack, this can change, but generally there's like a reconnaissance phase, scanning phase, vulnerability analysis and exploitation, and then reporting. So at SQUR, we're more focused with a pen test. And so that kind of reconnaissance phase is about gathering information. There will be then automated tools used, again, open source tools to scan the environment. The methodologies will take place in the vulnerability analysis. And when vulnerabilities are found, we'll do exploitation to go deeper into those vulnerabilities and see how it can really affect an organization, and then we provide a report. And so AI can be used at every single stage to add value, and we'll discuss that today. So just one quick question then. Why would we use AI for offensive security? Well, there's a lot of reasons. There's unprecedented speed. I don't think anyone would argue with that. AI systems are extremely fast. There's like massive scalability. So we can have AI agents running in parallel, and they can test, hundreds of different assets at the same time. There's a dramatic cost reduction. There is adaptive threat simulation, so the AI can learn and adapt to its environment. There's advanced pattern recognition. Now, some people might say this is one of the weaknesses, that humans are better at this, and that's fair. But that brings it to the final point, empowerment of humans. So I think most people would agree that AI is useful to help a human pen tester. And that's in the planning, the reconnaissance phases, and also in the reporting. So there's a series of reasons why you would use AI for offensive security. And if we take AI and LLMs and just a quick definition of each, I'm sure everyone understands this at this point. AI is a branch of computer science focused on creating systems that can perform tasks requiring human intelligence, such as understanding language, recognizing patterns, and making decisions. So this is like the broader area, and the real value comes with the large language models. So it's interpreting huge amounts of data, basically the entire internet. And then that's when you can start getting a lot of value. So in terms of interpreting code and network traffic and logs. So by using the LLMs and the agents, you can start to get a lot of value. So it's important then to understand what is the definition of an AI agent, because with the use of agents, this is where it gets really interesting. So an AI agent is an autonomous system that uses LLMs to perceive, plan, act, and iteratively adapt in order to achieve complex goals through a repeating system of reasoning and execution. So the key here is the iteration. And so if we take an example of an AI agent in action, we can have a look at this image here. So a human would give a simple task. You might not be able to see that, but it says run a pen test on app.example.com. And so in this case, it may not be just one AI agent, but a series of AI agents. But the point is that there's this iterative process of planning, then reasoning, then implementing the actual execution and analyzing that, and then iterating over and over again. So you start to get to this concept of autonomy. And so when it comes to AI autonomy, there's different levels. And so at SQUR, we have these three different levels. So no agency is when there's no AI involved. It's just a human doing the pen testing or the red teaming. Low agency is when the AI is competent but needs tight supervision. So you have a human in the loop. And then high agency. So the AI is competent and can work largely autonomously. And this is where SQUR comes in. We call ourselves SQUR autonomous pen testing. And if we use us as an example, then we have a series of AI agents. So there's a scoping agent. We have in-app scoping. And so a user will, give their URLs, what web application they want to test. SQUR has an AI agent which will understand the scope without them having to do a scoping call. We then have a reconnaissance agent, so it'll gather information about that scope. We have a planner agent. So this agent will start to, create a plan, define tools that should be used, understanding the tech stack, and just it'll create a different plan each time, but start to create the right plan for that given test. There's also an assurance agent. So this is ensuring that they're not breaking any compliance. There's no kind of destructive testing. It's not going to take down their systems. No DDoS attacks. So just keeping everything in check and making sure it's high quality testing. We have a deduplicate agent. So this is ensuring that any duplicates are merged, and you're not left with a bunch of vulnerabilities that are basically the same. So this is important. Most security people will understand how frustrating it is when you just dealt with the same vulnerabilities over and over. We also have a verifier agent. So this is just to make sure that any vulnerability that's found is actually exploitable. This will also focus on some of the proof of concept and just ensuring they're high quality vulnerabilities. If they're accepted, the user will then actually see these vulnerabilities. What's important is in the system, it will first find any type of vulnerability, but after the verifier vulnerability works, it'll get rid of them, and the deduplicate vulnerability will merge vulnerabilities. So you'll see in the system things will start to change. We have a series of active pen test vulnerabilities. So this is vulnerabilities for different vulnerability classes, and they'll all work in parallel during the pen test. There's reporting vulnerabilities just to make sure that the report is, compliance ready, it looks professional, it's laid out properly, it has all the information like how to mitigate the vulnerability, how to everything you would see in a report, just making sure that it's all clear and all professional looking. We then also have an incident investigator agent that's working throughout each test as well. So that's SQUR's agents. They're all working in parallel, and this is the idea of an autonomous pen test. So just some quick points about each phase then, why AI is helpful, just at a more general sense, not just SQUR's pen testing. But if we look at the reconnaissance phase, using AI is helpful for adaptive test planning, also for data analysis, for tool orchestration, for data gathering, and also automated data collection. If we take the scanning phase for scanning system configuration, AI is also very helpful for the evaluation of that scanner output and also traffic data analysis. If we take the vulnerability analysis stage, I've mentioned how we have different agents working in this area, but some of the value is that there's false positive reduction. AI is good with context-aware analysis, also interpreting tool output, source code, and binary analysis. It's very helpful for summarization and also prioritization. And then, so in the exploitation phase, AI is very helpful for exploitation planning, of course, network traffic analysis, malware development, exploit development, fuzz testing, social engineering, interaction exploitation, and autonomous exploitation. And then, a lot of the value is in the reporting as well. Anyone who's worked in a cybersecurity role knows how much time you can spend on this kind of stuff. So having an AI for the automated reporting, for visualization, creating graphs or charts, if that's what you want to do, it's very helpful. AI can help with data-driven insights and also to help generate remediation instructions. And that's what the reporting agent will be doing. And so most cybersecurity people are familiar with the challenges with AI. And so there are some technical challenges and also some non-technical challenges. When it comes to the technical challenges, we have token window limitations, guardrails and content filtering, a lack of domain knowledge, hallucinations, as everyone has experienced, data leakage, loss of scope control, and compromised stealth, and also training data poisoning. So these are some of the concepts that we could have dug into in a little bit more detail in the Q&A. Unfortunately, Adam's not here, so bear with us. If anyone does have any questions related to one of these technical challenges or anything else I've mentioned, feel free to email myself or Adam, and we'd be happy to get back over email with some, answers on those questions. And if anyone did want to meet to any kind of discussions, we'd be happy to do that, considering we weren't able to today. So bear with us. But there are also some non-technical challenges, and that's data privacy regulation limitations, cost concerns, ethical violations, which is probably some of the most interesting. And then, yeah, just like an over-reliance on AI. So if we take some of the trends, AI-powered offensive security, it's moving from like assisted to autonomous. Some people would disagree with that, but from our perspective in SQUR, that's something we've noticed in the industry. And these two kind of categories are emerging. So you have, if we take how AI software development went, you have human in the loop, which is like Cursor, and then fully autonomous, which is similar to Lovable. And we're seeing a similar trend in cybersecurity. And so we have a couple of recommendations on what to do now. Explore AI-powered offensive security tools, of course. So if you're a pen tester, you should be using AI to become hyper-productive. If you're a security leader, it could be interesting to try some autonomous offensive security tools. Of course, we would say that. But yeah, there's many things people can do. This is just some ideas from SQUR. And yeah, that's like a quick overview of some of the value of using AI for security. And just want to thank everyone for listening. If anyone has questions, I might be able to help here. If they're technical, we'll be able to get back with you with answers on that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Niall. Before we conclude the presentation, I would just like to ask a small question. So I saw on your website that you do have some job openings. We have a lot of young people in this community, upcoming cybersecurity experts. Do you have any plans to open some positions for the younger people?
Yeah, well, we're actually hiring for like a pen tester expert at the moment. So there is an open job there. And from what I understand, yeah, Adam, who would be doing the hiring there, would be most interested in, young, energetic, skillful pen testers. So absolutely, we would encourage people to reach out. And I think if you see there, the email is adam@squr.ai. So yeah, just email Adam, just explain what your skills are. We're in the area of pen testing as opposed to say a scanner or red teaming. So any pen test experience is great. And yeah, we'd be more than happy to have a conversation. So yeah, don't hesitate in reaching out.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's webinar. Thank you, Niall, again for the presentation. Also, thanks to everyone who joined the webinar. We hope you found the session valuable. To anyone new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos, and also follow us on social media where you will get notified about the webinars in the future. Have a great rest of your day, and we look forward to seeing you at future Gallipoli events.
Thanks, Matthias, and thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.